What's up, guys? Corn Trick 2 here. Battleground 2016 just went off the air, and I gotta say, it was definitely a solid show. And I'm gonna run down the entire card for you right now. Before the actual show went on the air, obviously there was the WWE kickoff show, which had one match up there, the pre-show match, which was the Usos taking on Breezango, Fandango, and Tyler Breeze. This match was pretty decent. And I was really surprised. I really thought that the Usos were going to pick up the win. But it seems like WWE may be pushing Breezango because Breezango actually walked out with the win after one of the Usos went for a splash. Tyler Breeze put his knees up and got the small package and won the match. And I couldn't really believe it. So it looks like Breezango may be getting a push on SmackDown. This is the opportunity that WWE was talking about for Superstar. It seems like Tyler Breeze is finally getting his shot as being thrown a bone with his tag team with Fandango. So I'm pretty happy about that. Let's see what goes from there once SmackDown Live premieres. Well, not premieres, but I say it's the official premiere on Tuesday. The actual pay per view kicked off with the women's match between the women's champion Charlotte and her protege Dana Brooke taking on Sasha Banks and her surprise tag team partner, which we all pretty much knew who it was. Some people were saying it could possibly be Paige, but I know they weren't going to Paige. It can only be one person, and that is Bailey. Yes, Bailey made her WWE main roster debut tonight, taking up with her old rival Sasha Banks to take on the women's champ Charlotte and Dana Brooke. This match was pretty good, I would say. Basically, what you've seen out of these girls, they went out there and put on a hell of a show. Dana Brooke wasn't too shabby herself. But we got to see Bailey in action for the first time, and the crowd was hyped for Bailey. It was a lot of Bailey chants. But in the end, it was the bank statement to Charlotte. I was surprised it was Charlotte. I thought they were going to put it on Dana Brooke, but she got the win on Charlotte. So maybe that's just a precursor for what's to come in the future. SummerSlam, wink, wink. But yeah, Team Bailey and slash Sasha got the win, and now we're going on to SummerSlam to hopefully have a match between Charlotte and the boss, Sasha Banks. The next match was a six-man tag between the WWE Tag Team Champions, The New Day, taking on the Wyatt family. This match was pretty good. I love the build-up to this matchup, the whole, going to the compound thing. So I was pretty hyped for this matchup. And for the most part, it delivered. Saw a lot of shining moments from Xavier Woods, of all people, who really came to his own in this matchup, hitting a lot of huge moves. At the end, it was Big E who would hit that spear that he hits in all his matches. But man, tonight I knew one day he was going to screw that move up and not come out and end up hurting himself. And it looked like he took a huge oh man, like he freaking face planted himself on the ground, man. Once he hit that, I kind of thought that Big E was hurt, man, because that looked like a really bad landing. But anyway, I think he's all right though. But in the end, it was the Wyatts who would get the victory. Sister Abigail, 1, 2, 3. Wyatt family leave Battleground the winners, which I was very surprised because the Wyatt family is breaking up. Braun Strowman's going to SmackDown, so I was like, maybe this would be a perfect time for them to lose. Maybe Braun Strowman turns on Bray and Eric Rowan, but that didn't happen. They actually won the match, and I guess Braun Strowman's just gonna, I don't know, part ways and do his thing on Raw. But yeah, guys, Wyatt family with the win. Next was our first title match of the night. The United States Championship was on the line as the champion Rusev defended against Zack Ryder. Zack Ryder came out looking like Surfer Sting Jr. with this American jacket on and these tights, and he said it was a tribute to Sting, Warrior, and Macho Man, which was pretty cool. The match was decent. I really thought it was going to be over a lot quicker than it was, but Zack Ryder really did put up a fight. Those huge forearms to the face, like he had like a million freaking forearms on Rusev. I love how he does that in matches now. Instead of hitting just one forearm that takes him out, he hits like a whole bunch of them, which makes a lot more sense in my opinion. It's more realistic. Uh, he actually hit the Rough Rider. I was about to call it the Zack Attack. The Rough Rider to Rusev, and then went for it. He should have pinned him right there. I don't know why he went for something extra. Then he went up there and hit his new move, which is he calls the what is the elbow, whatever. Tried to go for that. Rusev countered it, hit her that super kick, that bicycle super kick to the back of the head, which is sick. And then it was Rusev crush time, locked in that accolade. It looked like Zach was trying to fight out of it. He was getting out of it, but he wrenched it back into that that seesaw position, and almost broke him in half. Zack Ryder had no choice but to tap out. He continued to beat down on Ryder until Mojo Rawley. Yes, Mojo Rawley was drafted from NXT to SmackDown, and if you guys know, Mojo Rawley is in the tag team with Zack Ryder. Um, Called the what's the frick of their name, the Hype Bros. I'm gonna call them the Broskis, the Hype Bros. So he came out there and helped out his brother, and basically got in Russo's face, and Russo backed down and left. So big debut by Mojo Rawley. I guess it's time to get hyped on SmackDown. Next was most definitely the match of the night. The two rivals clashed again here tonight. They say they will fight forever, and tonight was another chapter in their long, forever, never-ending feud between Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. And I have to say, this match tonight at Battleground was their best match to date. And I'm talking about in WWE as in NXT and WWE main roster. This was their best match to date. These guys brought it. There were so many crazy spots in this matchup. The beginning of the match was crazy. They're fighting on the outside. It was just none. This match never slowed down for a second. This match was high octane the entire time. Some of the spots, man. Oh man. There's one spot where Sami Zayn hit a brainbuster on the apron to Kevin Owens. I remember there was one spot where Sami Zayn went for his patented like through the ropes, or not through the ropes, through the turnbuckle tornado DDT, super kicked him. Oh man, this guys, if there's one match you got to go back and watch on this show, it is definitely this one because they brought it, man. I'm telling you, pop up power bomb counters, cannonballs. There was one point where, like, I swear, he hit like three. It was almost suplex city for Sami Zayn because he hit like three half and half freaking suplexes on Kevin Owens. And there was one point where Kevin Owens like countered one of them. He got him right back in it and threw him again. But the end, he hit a half Nelson suplex, hit the haluva kick, and then it was kind of reminiscent of the kind of like the WrestleMania 19 bout between Shawn Michaels and Chris Jericho, and WrestleMania 24 between Shawn Michaels and Ric Flair, where at the end it's kind of like a bittersweet kind of thing. Like Kevin Owens, who was kind of drooping off of Zayn, like falling down his chest, he picked him up, put him back in the corner, ran and hit another haluva kick. 1, 2, 3. My goodness, guys, this match was beautiful. I know that's not the word. I mean, out of all the words I would say to explain this matchup, this match is what you call a beautiful match because that's what it was. It was a masterpiece. I loved it. I can't wait to go back and look at it again. These guys are gonna fight forever, and if they're having matches like this, I definitely don't mind. Next was the match between Becky Lynch and Natalya. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I kind of wasn't really paying attention that much throughout this matchup, and it's nothing against either of these ladies, but it's just I feel like I don't know. So far, I haven't really been invested in Natalya in a while, and this feud just hasn't really intrigued me as much. But for what I saw, it was okay. Becky Lynch ended up tapping out to the sharpshooter. And that's good for Natalia because Natalia seems like she loses every single match she's in. So, I mean, I know Becky needed a win too, but I feel like Natalia needed it even more to, try to, fit in now as a heel. So, good for Natty. And, Becky Lynch is probably going to get that win eventually against her. And they're going to feud for a while on SmackDown. So, nothing to worry about there. But yeah, Natalia with the win. Next was our second title match of the night, and also our second interpromotional match of the night, which I didn't mention during the when I talked about the Rusev Zack Ryder matchup. So basically, if Darren Young won the Intercontinental title, he will be taking the IC title to Raw because Miz, as of today, is a SmackDown superstar. So there you go. So the match was decent. It was. Yeah, I can't really say that much about it because I really haven't seen a lot of Darren Young as a single star. We've seen him in the tag team with Titus, so a lot of his signature moves I really didn't know, but I knew a couple of them. But the match was good though. Darren Young's a great wrestler. So was the Miz, obviously. Their managers Bob Backlund and Maurice got involved in the matchup. Maurice ended up smacking Bob Backlund like a maniac, tears off his freaking like dress shirt, still has the what do you call it, suspenders on or whatever, and he's just looking like a freaking madman. And eventually there's a DQ, and Darren Young feels his inner Backlund and chokes out Miz on the outside with the crossface chicken wing. So I don't know what's going to happen to this feud. Will they continue it even though both guys are on two different rosters, or is this just how it's going to end? Who knows? So I guess we'll see come tomorrow night or on SmackDown. Next was the big six-man tag between John Cena and Enzo and Cass taking on the Club, AJ Styles, Luke Gallows, and Carl Anderson. This match was really awesome. I really enjoyed this matchup, but it picked up towards the end. This match lost its mind at the end. It was just chaos happening. Everybody hitting their signature moves. Enzo jumping off the steel steps, hitting the DDT. Carl Anderson hitting a huge spam buster on John Cena onto the announcer's table. AJ Styles doing what AJ Styles does, being phenomenal. This match got crazy, but at the end, John Cena hit a super A from the second rope onto the ground, pinning AJ Styles, and I guess sending the club packing the Monday Night Raw to deal with Cass and Enzo. Speaking of Enzo and Cass, man, these guys are just gold on the mic. I say it probably every review, but man, these guys are just amazing. I just love hearing them talk. Their promos are fresh. They just kill it every single time. But anyway, guys, yeah. John Cena and Enzo Cass with the big win. I actually forgot exactly where this segment took place in the pay per view, but it was towards the end. But anyway, screw it. The highlight reel with Chris Jericho, with the special guest, the returning Randy Orton, and you could tell that Randy Orton was excited. Man, I didn't really expect him to come out the way he did, but he was full of life tonight. He had energy. He was wacky, kooky Randy Orton, like he was about to hit a freaking split. You guys remember when he did that split in 2011 on SmackDown after he hit Mark Henry with a freaking RKO? I thought he was about to hit one of those because this guy was in a very good mood. He was very, very happy to be back in the WWE. He was happy to see the fans, and he was just on his game tonight, man. Randy Orton cut one hell of a promo on Chris Jericho, and they just went back and forth. He even took shots at Brock and the whole, getting busted at, for whatever in the UFC. Took a shot at Fandango for some reason, just buried Fandango. Said, it wouldn't make sense if I came back and fought Fandango. I was like, dang, Randy, you had to go at freaking Fandango like that? Like, God, why? Fandango's gonna ask for a match this Tuesday. Watch. But this match was really. I'm not match. It's freaking match. This segment was really entertaining. Chris Jericho was on the top of his game. His, weird freaking snobby self. And Randy, like I said, Randy Orton was in a really really good mood, and he kept talking about RKO out of nowhere, and then Triple H, I want to say Triple H with that Chris Jericho trying to anticipate when he was going to try to hit it. He kept like messing with them, and he acted like he was going for it at one point. And then Randy Orton started laughing, and then bam, there it is, RKO out of nowhere. Hey man, we're getting set for Brock Lesnar versus Randy Orton at SummerSlam, and it looks like it's definitely happening. Well, no matter what's going on with this whole UFC thing, it looks like this match will be happening because they've been promoting it a lot actually. So it's definitely going down at SummerSlam. Next was the main event, the match that everybody has been wanting to see, the match that has been 3 years in the making. Yes, the match between the three Shield members, Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns, and Seth Rollins for the WWE Championship. It finally happened, and man, it almost didn't happen, man. I mean, with this whole Roman Reigns suspension, it was seemed like they were going to change the matchup, but they never did. They stuck to it, and Roman Reigns returned officially tonight, and he came back to a lot of boos. Nothing's changed. Fans still booing. Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins are over. But man, this match was almost ruined for me because I hate that. I hate when they do this nowadays with a big match. They have to have the commissioners and the GMs out there. And can it not? One thing that I really liked about what Cesaro said during the post show of the draft, that sometimes it seems like this stuff is really about the GMs and stuff. Like, let those guys take a back seat and let it be more about the performers. They could have waited till after the match to bring out the McMahons and McFoley and Dan Bryan. But I didn't let that ruin the match for me. Even with them out there, they didn't cut to them that much in the matchup. So the match was still very, very good. One spot I want to point out that was just amazing. I think it was Seth Rollins went for this like patented springboard knee. He hit Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns was like falling backwards into the ropes. While he was doing that, Seth hit Dean Ambrose with his signature enziguri, and Dean Ambrose started falling backwards to the ropes. Roman Reigns, while this happened, Roman Reigns ricochets off of the ropes, hits his Superman punch, and then Dean ricochets off the ropes and hits his lunatic rebound lariat. Awesome spot. That was my favorite spot of the entire match. That was amazing. There was some other stuff just like that going on in the matchup as well. They actually did the triple power bomb. I guess you can't, more of a double power bomb to the man who usually hits the power bomb, Roman Reigns. I can't believe that Dean Ambrose of all people was tagging up with Seth Rollins to take out his brother. I guess he was the biggest threat, so why not take him out? So I understand where Dean's coming from with that. And it was kind of down to not Roman, but Dean and Seth for a while. They went back and forth until Roman Reigns came back in, hit like two huge power bombs on both of them. Went for a spear. They got countered. Oh man, it was so much crazy stuff in this matchup. Really, really, really good match. It's definitely worth the wait. Roman Reigns would go for the spear. I think no, he hit the spear on Seth Rollins. Look, he was about to win the match, about to win his championship back until Dean Ambrose cut him off, hooked those arms, hit that dirty deeds, double arm DDT, and retained the title. I bet there was I bet there's gonna be some people who are gonna say, "Oh man, I knew Dean Ambrose was gonna win this matchup." Nobody thought Dean Ambrose was gonna win it. They thought either Seth Rollins or Roman Reigns were gonna walk out with that title and take the WWE title to Raw, and then SmackDown was gonna have to make a new title. Nope, SmackDown came out on top tonight. Dean Ambrose reign continues, a title reign that's well deserved for all the crap he's been through over the last year or so, while Roman and Seth has been getting everything on a platter. Dean Ambrose has been putting crappy storylines, stupid matches, stupid booking, but finally he gets his retribution, man. He's getting his opportunity as a champion. I love that. I love that. So now he's goes to SmackDown Live with the WWE title. The huge celebration was in the ring. All the SmackDown stars, John Cena, The Miz, everybody came out there. The weirdest thing of all of this is that the Usos were holding up Dean Ambrose while their freaking cousin was on the outside on the ground. They didn't even go check on him. That was kind of weird. But the match was good, guys. It definitely was worth the wait. And it was very enjoyable. Was it the best match of the night? No, I still give that to Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, but it was definitely the second best match of the night and definitely worth a watch. But yeah, guys, this was the WWE Battleground 2016 review. Tell me in the comments below, what did you think of this show? Did you enjoy it? What was your favorite match? Did you love the triple threat? Did you love the Kevin Owens Sami Zayn matchup? Did the show suck? Let me know. But until then, guys, comment, rate, subscribe, stay gold, everybody. Peace.